Video Hangouts. My name is Charles Carter, and I'll be your host this evening. I want to extend to you my gratitude for you watching Stunthangar Video Hangouts. If you're watching this as a replay, I want you to know that I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So please make a note of this so you can watch and be part of the live stream. Plus, we have an after party following the live stream, which is sometimes better than the live stream portion. You must be a registered Stunthangar Forum member to find the link to be part of the live stream and the following after party. Here at Stunthangar Video Hangouts, we talk about building and flying model airplanes, sport flying, competition flying, and what you've been doing lately. To join our conversation, if you are already a member of Stunthangar Forum, you can find the link if you scroll down to the section called At the Bench, which is right below in memory of our friends. Now, if you're not a member or if you're not logged into Stunthangar Forum, the At the Bench link will not appear. If you're not a member, please register at stunthangar.com/SMF. That's stunthangar.com/SMF. That's Smart Men Flying. That's courtesy of Jeff Riley. You must place a space between your real first and last name when you register. You must also use a valid email address or Sparky. The proprietor of Stunthangar will not approve you. Now, if you're inclined to not come in and just enjoy watching us on YouTube, wonderful, fantastic. You can enter your questions or comments in the chat box right over here. Now, I'll do my best to make your comments or questions a part of the show. And understand sometimes I can't get a word in myself. So be patient, and I will ask our illustrious panel your question or state your comments. And by the way, you only can do this during a live stream. So like I said earlier, I host these YouTube live streams every Monday and Friday evening, starting at 6:45 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you find the Stunthangar Video Hangouts that I host, or the many building videos, contest coverage that Sparky does on this platform, informative and enjoyable. As a matter of fact, Sparky's been streaming live from Carmichael, Pennsylvania at Brodax, one of the largest control line contests in the world. He's been live streaming there this week. Started Saturday, I believe. Anyways, please consider joining Stunthangar's YouTube channel memberships, which start at just $4.99 a month, which is less than 17 cents a day. And by the way, I'm a member. I have the $4.99 come out of my own checking account each and every month. Now it's been like 4 years running, and I don't miss it. And I suspect you won't miss it also. Now, there's two other tiers above the $4.99. If you're more fortunate, you can donate at a higher level, and we would greatly appreciate that. Now, if you can't do the monthly subscription, please do the super chat or the super thanks. Now, the super chat is right over here below the chat box during the live stream. But after the live stream and you have the replays, the super chat goes away. But there is the super thanks, which if you click those three dots below the video screen, a menu will appear and select super thanks, and it'll direct you to how you can donate that way. And I hope that you would donate in line with what you're receiving. I believe we are putting forth some great information. Definitely can help you compress time frames and get things built quicker and better and fly quicker and better with our information here. So hopefully you support us for doing that. Now, this is Sparky's YouTube channel. So if you want to get in touch with me, the best way to do that is to go to my YouTube channel, which is called Flying Control Line Stunt. Let me repeat that. Flying Control Line Stunt. That's what we do. We fly control line, and I'm just saying Flying Control Line Stunt. And if you would locate the 2019 AMA National Championship video, which is a video Sparky shot with his video camera, me flying his beautiful Junar XL. And that was a bucket list day for me. I mean, I had always dreamed of going to the Nats, and there I am at the Nats. But usually at contests, I don't have that pretty of an airplane, and so it was a joy and such an experience to have on the L-pad a beautiful plane, and it was light. I mean, I think it was over 700 square inches and about 58.5 ounces. So a great, 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 great flying airplane. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, and if you put a comment or a question there, I'll be notified. My phone will give me a notice that someone left a message or even subscribed. And that way I'll respond to you much quicker than if you was to try to DM me or PM me on the Stunthangar forum because I haven't had a chance to check the forum in some time. Now, I want to, oh, but by the way, when you're a member with the $4.99 or the other two above that, you get member status. There are some videos that are earmarked for members only. So if you want to see some Al Ray videos, some other videos that Sparky has done and I've done on the show that were earmarked for members only, how you can capture those videos by having the membership. All right. I want to thank you for your past, your present, and future support. You are making it happen. Please keep the conversations family room friendly. In other words, please don't use words or do things you wouldn't say or do around your own children or grandchildren. And without any further ado, let's get this show going. So let me get rid of some things here and fix some other things. So just bear with me for a second here. I see we got John Miller in the house. Thank you, John Miller, for coming in. And Brandon and Ekstrom are in here. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me just fix something real quick on the YouTube channel. Let me get to my what I call the control panel. Just give me a second here. Make my way there right now. Let's see.
I might flip this over.
And Brendan, which airplane is that?
You asking what I got here?
Yeah.
So it's a Skyray.
Okay.
Hopefully everybody can see it. For carrier. So it's got the tail hook on the back.
Cool.
And the drop system was not very good, but we learned here at Brodax that you can actually start with the tail hook down. So we're doing it that way. And then it also used to be a 3-line. We got all 3 lines there. It used to be a 3-line combustion engine plane, but we were able to electrify it and get it to 2. It's a 28, 14, 12, 1390 kV Cobra motor we got on it. And actually, Angstrom's gone out there and was doing a lot of test flights in front of the carrier guys, and they've been impressed because of 2 things. One, it doesn't have a slider, but he can get it to hover and hang and kick pretty dang good. And then it shoots off like the deck like a rocket. We had Paul Smith out there. I think he scared Paul Smith to death today. He wasn't expecting it to shoot off the deck like that. So, so we've just done some practice stuff at Brodax, but tomorrow we're going to get involved and actually compete in a couple events out there on the carrier side of things.
Well, I saw you guys did good in the profile stunt. Were you flying your Pathfinders?
Yep. Angstrom won intermediate with a Pathfinder today.
Congratulations!
That was profile stuff, and I took first in beginner.
Hey, congratulations!
Thanks. So we got that under our belt today, but the real excitement of the day was racing. They had Foxburg Racing out there, and I think you can either use, I think it's a Cosmic Wind, don't quote me on that one, a Buster or a shoestring.
Yeah.
And you have to use either a Fox 35 or an LA 25 motor on there. And so I think you've seen the one we had before. I don't have it down here, but it was that blue one that we got all done up nice. Well, the control line community really came out for us on this one. The family aspect. It was amazing. We were trying to get it up and started. We'd done some testing in the yard, thought we were okay, but we got out there yesterday, and I can't tell you the number of guys that just kept rallying around us. We had Bob Whitney, Kermit Payne, another guy named John, who supposedly was some racing legend type. I'm not sure, but just guys kept coming to us and seeing our struggles and suggesting this or giving us parts. John Saunders gave us a quick fill, system, and guys just kept, playing and tinkering with us and trying to help us get it up and going. That was yesterday and earlier today. But then when it came race time, There were 4 entries, so obviously your top 3, get to do the finals and have a place on the podium. Well, Al Ferraro saw me struggling to get things started, and he just jumped in. He's like, "No, basically get out of the way, rookie." Not quite, but he was ready to go, and he jumped in and got Angstrom going. And what they did was they guaranteed, since there were 4 entries, they guaranteed 2 races, and it was your best time. The 4 racers, their best time from their 2 races, their best time would determine the seeding. Whether you made the
Gotcha.
top 3.
Gotcha.
And El Ferraro got Angstrom to beat a guy by literally it was half a second.
Holy
It was
smokes.
it was like what was the time? 6 minutes 18 seconds, but we beat him by half a second, and so it got him a spot in the top 3.
Very good.
Yeah, and then before they even flew the finals of the top 3, this was the sportsman class, so kind of the junior class. Well, the expert class only had 3 guys in it, and Paul Smith comes up to Angstrom and is like, "Hey, I want you to fly my plane. I'll pit for you." And so Angstrom's never done three-person racing. It was always just 2 of them out there, and this was his first go at that. So he got out there with three-person racing in the expert division, and I don't know. What do you say about that?
It was a lot harder than I thought. It was very, very fast, and yeah.
He had a combination. There was excitement and fear and terror, and like it was the whole gamut of things. I mean, you could just tell like he was everywhere with it, but he was able to stick with it. He got through it. No major issues. The other guys were really experienced and coached him along with it, and were able to get him around. And he came in second with that.
Wow.
Outstanding. That's the neat thing about our community, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you what, like, with that, and then we finalized our original piece, the junior class, the sportsman class, and Al Ferraro jumped in again and got it going, and we got it second there as well. But like you said about the community, there were multiple times where I just teared up watching the whole, like, just being a part of the process, like. Guys coming to help, guys coming out of the woodwork. He's now 14. He's becoming a man. Like, guys are just putting him out there in the mix. I see, he's just in a place where, he's afraid but supported, and guys get him through. And it's like, wow, this is just something else. So this was just day 1 of Brodax, but the whole community is uplifting, inspiring, and I don't know. I can't wait to see what the rest of the week is.
You couldn't introduce him to a much better group of people.
Yeah. And it was amazing, and I almost had a moment of glory. I'll share that. I almost had a moment of glory because on his last his last race, when he got in for the sportsman class. Al Ferraro got him up, but he only went about a quarter of a lap before it came down, and we didn't notice real quick. And then somebody's like shouting, "He's down, he's down." So I ran out to it, and I got there first, and I was able to actually get it started on my own, because I've had all these issues. So I got it started on my own, and I gave it a push, and it ended up the wheels had splayed out, and so it dumped over. And so it did not get off the ground. We had to fix the wheels, and Al got him in the air again. But with all those issues on the start, Al still was able to get him competitive enough and get him up enough times, fast enough to finish second. So it was amazing.
Outstanding. Well, now you've flown with the big boys. What do you think?
What do you think?
You got a big grin, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was some talk of people trying to put him on a. Did Paul Smith ask you about the clown racing tomorrow or something?
He didn't, but some guy walking said Paul Smith might want me to do clown racing for them.
Yeah, they may have doing clown racing tomorrow. We don't know, but yeah.
Well, that's the neat thing about racing is some of these guys can no longer fly competitively. They know how to build a fast machine, but they're always looking for pilots, you know. So, hey, you get a good reputation as a good pilot, you got a flight usually anytime you want.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got in there muscling people around, and I don't know. He got a little bit of people directing him where to go and telling him this and that and pushing him around. So I don't know. It was kind of good, the jostling part of it.
He's big enough that he can jostle back.
He said he almost got an ear taken off. A set of lines clipped his ear, at one point.
Really? That high?
Yeah, I guess they were trying to pass over him, but yeah, it took it off the side of his head.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm glad to hear you're having fun. My goodness. And the nice thing is you live close to Brodax, so it's kind of I envy you the daylights out of you.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I can't say enough about it, and just the reflections on our end. That was the starting place for us. We always flew in John's backyard, even when the Brodax event wasn't going on. That's where we got our upstart. So it's a magical place, a magical experience for us every year, and can't say enough about it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. I see Gordy came in. Thank you, Gordy. And Stuart Morrison. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Hey, Gordy, what you been up to, Gordy?
Oh, where'd he go?
I don't know. I saw him click something, and then okay, he'll figure it out. He just muted himself. So you got to unmute yourself, Gordon.
I did.
All right. Now you can't. There we go.
There
Now we see
you are.
you and hear you.
Well,
So what you been up to, Gordy?
Well, I'm trying to get, how it shows the people up above. I got a big black bar going across it, and I've been trying to figure that out for a month so I can see who I'm talking to. I can see their chin, but I can't see the top of them.
Okay. So in the top upper right corner, you see where it says view?
The top right-hand corner.
See where it says view? Right below the X. Click on
Mine
view.
doesn't say that.
Is that above the... Oh, okay. There, I see view.
Click on view.
Oh, okay.
And make sure it's in gallery, not speaker.
Make sure it's on what?
Gallery. Gallery.
Where do I find that?
Well, you should see speaker and gallery and immersive.
Just click on the view and
I clicked on it.
okay, if the second one down says gallery. Click on that. First it says speaker, gallery, multi-speaker.
Did you left click or right click on that, Gordy?
I left clicked.
Okay, with your index finger. Okay. Yeah, then a little menu should pop up and select gallery.
Well, it might be there, but because of that bar going across everybody's face, I can't see it.
Huh. Well, normally, so do you see just yourself or do you see, it's just you see? Because that's normally the speaker view when you just see yourself.
No, myself is the big black bar going through my face.
I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
I can, when the screen's big on you, I can see you, but I can't see the people up above very well because there's a big black bar on it.
Okay, let me see something real quick.
Try maximizing your screen.
Let me see here. So yeah, we're still in the gallery view as far as I have it set up in gallery. I don't know what it is, Gordy. I don't know.
I don't either.
I'm just clueless about that. Sorry about that.
See if you can find
Probably
max.
something down on my end.
See
What's
if
that,
you can try
John?
and maximize your view.
Where do I go to do that?
Go up to view.
Well, the view's gone now. Oh, there it is. Okay. You want me to click on it?
Yeah, click on that and on gallery.
I can't see a gallery.
Do you see speaker view?
Well, I can see just the very top layering of it that I can tell it's speaker view.
Okay, well, try speaker view just temporarily and see what that does. And then try go back. And then when speakers enable, see if you can find gallery.
Well, you can also just go down the bottom and hit full screen.
Keep
Click
fooling,
on view.
keep fooling around with that. Let me see if I can get to Stuart. Hey, Stuart, how you doing, man? I see you got your mic muted. So,
Yeah, I got some pictures of it. Maybe I'll wait a bit and I'll show.
okay. And you're at Brodax, right?
Yep.
All
Yeah.
right. So it's your first time there. What do you think about it?
Oh, it's neat. It's a great place, and I didn't fly too good today, but oh well. It was fun. I took some pictures and stuff. It was kind of neat. I saw the carrier too. I kind of liked that. That was fun to watch. Watched a couple of guys do a few flights, so never seen that before. So that was good. So, but I'll show you some pictures later
Okay.
where guys come in.
Now, what are you planning on competing in? Because I mean, they have everything, right? Everything
Yeah,
except for
I'm only here
speed.
for 2 days, so um, we did the geez, I can't even think. I'm out of it. Um, I got nostalgia tomorrow, nostalgia 30.
All right.
Did profile today in the morning, so overcast, but it was nice and cool. It wasn't hot or anything, so it was nice.
Now, this was your first intermediate contest, right?
Yeah, it's pretty much well, we did a thing at the Beanfield last year, just Tom and I, and like he had a bit of a contest thing, but it was but yeah, this is the first real one I would say that so it's yeah, it was neat. I'm enjoying it. It's talking to a bunch of different guys. It's great. So meeting different people, so that's good.
Fantastic. Let me see here. Who? Oh, Caffeine came in. Hey, Caffeine, with your short hair. All right, Caffeine. It's an inside joke. He knows what I mean.
Hi,
Hey, Caffeine, how's it going?
it's going good. Yeah. Um, I'm envy to see all the pictures from product. It's something I cannot have here in Indonesia.
Right. Have
Wait.
you been watching some of the live streams from Sparky?
Yep. I did watch it. Wait.
And in the chat box, we have Marcel Legrand. He says, "Hi, Charles, and everyone at Stunt School. Just cleaning out a drain and listening to Stunt School. Thank you very much for tuning in, Marcel Legrand." And then Gary Sinclair, I don't see him. He's not here. He says, "Like provided. Hi, everyone." And Gary Sinclair is our first member in the chat box. He's also a monitor of our chat box. Thank you, Gary, for coming in. And then Joe Thompson, my new flying buddy for about a year now. He's a transplant from St. Louis, Missouri. He used to fly with Sparky and Stephen, the original Steve Smith in St. Louis. He used to fly with those guys. He says, "Hey, Charles, does the weather look good for flying Friday?" Well, if it's based upon today, it looks great. I haven't checked the forecast for Friday, but it looks like it's going to be a really good day, unless there's a surprise. I'll check the forecast, and the zip code is 92025. So if you want to see what you can find out too, Joe, use that zip code. That works pretty good. And then Steve Smith, he says, "Hi, Joe Thompson. Greetings from St. Louis." And then Doyle Belvins, he says, "Hi." And I think this is the first time I see your name. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doyle, do you fly control line? Do you fly RC? Or are you just interested in what we're talking about, which is fine? And then RC Fred underscore 68, who's a member of our YouTube channel. Thank you very much for your support. He says, "Hi, everyone. Made it. Nice people you can meet." So I guess you're at the Brodax. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, he says, "Made it to Brodax." I mean, fantastic, man. That was one of the best contests I've ever been to, was when I went to the Brodax. Matter of fact, I'm wearing my Brodax shirt. Got my Brodax there. Thought I had my uniform on. And I see that Dennis Adamison is here in the house. Thank you, Dennis. How you doing?
Pretty good, pretty good. Had to abandon the room for my roommate here. He insists on watching TV, and I know you won't put up with that. So, nah, seriously, he it's about 10 o'clock here, and he was afraid that without TV or noise or something like that, he might just fall asleep and wake up at 2 in the morning. So he's trying to stay up a little later so he can sleep,
Well, this is
sleep to
one
a
way to
reasonable
stay
hour.
up. This is
That's
one way
it.
to stay up later, is to come in the show.
I see you've already got Brendan and Angstrom and Stewart. I thought I saw him.
Yeah,
I heard
Stuart's
a
there.
rumor that Stewart's in town, but we haven't crossed paths yet. So, Stewart, are you here at Brodak?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'll be there tomorrow, and then we're going home on Wednesday. So hopefully we'll see you.
Yeah, look me up here. I found out this afternoon or evening or whatever that I have been signed up to judge advanced classic and NOS 30 stunt tomorrow.
All right.
So and then between judging, I get to fly. So it's a little entertaining, but we'll get it done. And then President Mark Wise is going. I should say the president until Stewart takes over. President Mark Wise is going to host a Pampa meeting tomorrow evening or afternoon, and we are going to unveil the stunt training program that the judges committee has been working on. So we have a new program there to help introduce more people to judging and hopefully get them started on the right foot on on how to proceed to become judges or good judges, better judges, whatever they are. And so we're going to be unrolling that tomorrow with hopes to broadcast it via live stream here sometime in a very near future. So, long and short was you couldn't find a good venue to do a good live stream from here. So what we're going to do is do a presentation at Brodak, get some early feedback and stuff, and then start making more noise about it through the website, through whatever. So really excited about that. So got a fair turnout here. Fabulous weather. The entire week is nothing but stun heaven. We're looking at winds for, well, today it was 1 to 3. Tomorrow
Oh,
it's supposed to
nice.
be 2 to 4, and Wednesday is supposed to be 1 to 6 again. And I think Friday there's after around 2 o'clock it's supposed to get up to 9 miles an hour. It'll be back to 6 miles an hour on Saturday. So
Oh, terrible.
yeah, that's it. It's interesting, but because of the Brodak site and you guys who have been here, with all the trees around and stuff, this afternoon, even with I think the winds got up to like 4 miles an hour or so, but they were coming in, they were shifty, coming over the trees and stuff, and it was the most hellacious, terrible air I've ever seen. But in the morning, it was dead perfect. So anyhow,
I
that's
have
how
a
it goes
message.
sometimes.
I have a message from Stephen Smith. He says, "Looking forward to your presentation, Denny."
That's it. Well, Steve worked hard to help me put it together and stuff like that. And everybody's looked through it, said he thinks we got something. But you know what it is? Whenever you introduce something like this, you go through, and the first question somebody will ask something. What about this? And it's always one of those jaw dropping things. Well, gosh, we never thought of that. I don't know if we're going to have that, but I think that's a good reason to do it in kind of a small group first, and then keep going, and you know, if you will, gild the lily a little bit. So when we do a live stream on this thing, to introduce it to Pampa members everywhere. I think it'll be that much better. And Steve, of course, Steve Smith is signed up to lead the training out of the box here. He's the primary author on the training materials, and he's already been training some people with it. He's got a couple of people in the local St. Louis area who are have made some great progress on it, and he's even taking John Parrish through it right now. Of course, John's been he's an experienced judge, and he's our event director at the Nats and everything like that. But he wanted to walk through the program, even with that, as a refresher, as a renewer, or whatever else. And John's pretty enthusiastic about what he's gone through so far. So I don't know. We're at the optimistic stage, and I think but I really think the new judging program is going to really help us bring more people into the fold as judges, and make the ones who are there, help them perform to their top level. So with all that, let's see. Oh yeah, we're flying competitions too. So today was profile stunt, and I was feeling really, really bold and full of myself. So I thought I would try something never did before. I flew the half-A Pathfinder in expert profile stunt.
All right.
And
And
I'm now a blood smear on the tarmac somewhere, but yeah,
What
I
happened?
got my flights and everything like that, but it wasn't a pretty sight. And but still, what the heck? I scored a 527 with it, and
wow,
I was 40 points back, so
yeah,
in dead last place, so out of 9. So what the heck?
What the heck? Now you know. You
Now
never.
we know. Yeah, I got that out of my system. The airplane flies very well, and but I didn't fly it as well as I could have, and it's awfully hard to to earn a lot of points with a really small airplane, no matter what you do. Certainly flying against full full pattern full size airplanes and stuff. So but hey, you got one in the books. So tomorrow we're flying Classic Nostalgia 30, and I'll be flying the Gypsy in Classic. And that airplane's been serving me very, very well, so I'm looking forward to that. But I'll also be judging, so that's going to be a busy day. Let's see, Stuart, are you flying tomorrow?
Yep. Yeah.
Super. And you're flying in beginner, intermediate. Okay. Yeah. All right, we're directly up the hill from you, so if you get a chance to come visit, love to see you.
I'm trying to do that. I'm going to be taking some pictures tomorrow too again, so we'll see how that goes.
That's great. That's great. No, Mark Weiss mentioned that you were in town and stuff, but I hadn't seen you yet. So
well, we got lost. We couldn't figure out where we're because of the GPS thing and stuff. And I just happened to. I said, my sister, she was driving. I said, pull over. I said, ask this guy walking down the street how to get there if he knows. And then when he got a little closer, and I asked him, do you know where these circles are for the Brodax? And then I started to realize it was Mark. So he says,
how fortuitous is that?
Car behind you, the guy's in there. He says that we're heading there now, so just follow us. So that worked out already.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Right. Have you had a chance to go through the museum yet?
Not yet. I went into the store and picked some things up today, and then tomorrow I'm going to pop into the museum and take a look.
Yeah, so. Take a look at that. That's really, man. You're this close and everything like that. I think you really enjoy that. That's really well done in there. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
So let's see. Other than that, I don't know, Charles. You've been here before too. We're having a good old time here. So.
It was one of the best times I can remember. It was being at Brodax. It was so much fun. The people were so friendly. I met so many people. I met Joe Gilbert there. That's when I met Joe. I met Sparky there. So you just never know who you're going to meet. And I met your dad. I was so happy to meet your dad, and your dad greeted me spectacularly. I mean, I was like, he must think I'm somebody or something. I couldn't believe the greeting he gave me. You know,
I
you
got the
did.
royal treatment
That
today
was,
too.
what was that?
I got the royal treatment too. I got the presidential tour. So when we got there, Mark had the golf cart, and he took me for a cruise around
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
you're the president in training. That's for sure.
No.
Yeah, that's it. He's priming you for the job there. So don't worry about it. You're going to walk right in there. So,
I'll just let him think that.
well, maybe that'll work too. For now at least. And I
Nope.
think Gordy and John will be happy to know too. How many Pathfinders are out there? You know, a zillion, maybe a zillion and a half. I don't know. They're all over the
You're
place.
kicking butt
So
is what I heard.
yeah, that's it. And I think Angstrom was flying one too. I could see him across the field there. I think he's flying one. I don't know. They're doing good. They're doing good. So
Very good.
Please do share more pictures.
Yeah, we get in the crowd.
yeah,
There's some pictures. Let me get to Bob Whitley and then Lynn Burrell and Keith Trossel and Gary Sinclair. So, Bob Whitley, what you been up to, Bob? Thanks for
Well, like
coming
I was
in.
talking to you the other day, Charles, we've had miserable weather here almost every day, except the weekend before last when we had our Birds of a Tether reunion.
You all right?
We couldn't have asked for better weather. And it was just so
Okay.
wonderful seeing all those people from back in the 70s that we flew with. And maybe for Friday night, I'll try and figure out how to post some pictures and a little video of some of the old friends flying half A combat and stuff like that. I took quite a few pictures.
that sounds
And
great.
it was just awesome. And we stuffed Kim's little Scion with, I think I had 12 or 13 models in there in a little Toyota. They were stacked like cordwood. But so most of them were for a display in the facility hosting us. And the guys quite liked seeing all these old models that were actually from that era. So, things like my Sig Spad that flew in half A combat, and my little combat kitten, and just Flight Streak, a whole bunch of the ones from way back originally from then. And Paul and I had both taken down a bunch of models for the guys to fly. So some of them hadn't flown in quite a few years. And you know what? There wasn't much rust on them. Those guys could still fly. So,
That's cool.
And it was Paul Jabot's 77th birthday that day.
Wow.
So we had a big cake out there for him and everything. And just couldn't have asked for a better time.
That's
My only
fantastic.
regret was after I got home and I was digging through a shelf and I saw a stack of the old newsletters from the club back in the day, and I kicked myself for not having thought of them before to take them down for the guys
Yeah,
to
that would
read.
have been nice.
And
Nice.
I picked up another engine because I really needed another one. So
Yeah, really like a hole in the head. I know.
well, I didn't have a 15 that was usable on bladder at all. So for a mini Nemesis that was given to me, so I had to pick up a looks like a brand new Cox, not the TD, but the
Medallion.
Medallion engine. Yeah.
Oh.
So I got one of them with some spares and stuff. So I guess I got to start flying 15 size airplanes. I've never done it. I started out on a 30 with a 35. And played with 049 some. One of the planes I took down too was a combat kitten that I flew indoors regularly. Then I had a set of Whisker skids built on it, and I'd fly it inside the armories when I was an air cadet. And kind of a funny story on that. I'd fly on 30-foot lines, and every once in a while we'd hit one of those sodium lights overhead, and stuff had come shattering down.
Oh no!
But I finally figured out where to stand on the floor so you wouldn't hit anything overhead. You only had to worry about the cement. And
Good.
I took some masking tape and put a rough circle there. Years later, they came in and epoxy coated the floor right over my masking tape. So that's permanently there.
Oh wow!
But then the idiots went and built a building inside the armories and put it for the city archives. So can't fly there at all now, but my circle is still there. So
you got stung, Sparky?
Yeah.
You got stung by a bee or what?
No, this stupid lamp thing post smashed my finger. Damn, gonna be a blister there. Shit.
We're gonna have to amputate it, Sparky?
Yep. Damn.
Wow.
I know.
Hope that pain goes away soon, hopefully. Let me get to Lynn Burrell. Hey, Lynn, thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Doing well. Congratulations, Stuart. Heard you got third today. Good job.
He's muted. Go ahead and mute yourself, Stuart.
It's all good. Anyhow.
Yeah. Well, anyhow.
So yeah.
So you still painting and masking, or you're beyond that now?
I'm beyond that now. I put the last clear coat on hopefully today. And I've got a few parts I still have to finish painting, but the airplane's basically all painted now. All the ink's done, everything's done. So just a lot of sanding, buffing and polishing and compounding at this point.
Lots of fun.
So we're getting there.
Come on, Len. There's no appearance points at FAI.
I'm going to the Nats too.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
That's okay.
Like Keith stepped away. I was going to get Keith next. So let me go to Gary Sinclair. Hey, Gary, thanks for coming in. How you doing?
Okay, pretty good.
Good.
Yeah, been watching their Brodak a little bit. Right. Yeah. So
very, very cool.
Yeah, very nice.
And then we have Sparky. Hey, Sparky, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, I won't be staying on long. I'm gotta go. I'm tired.
Oh, I bet.
I got those pictures. Maybe I can show everybody. You want?
Yeah. You know, yeah, it should be enabled. Go ahead and hit that screen share button. First, bring your pictures up, and then go down and hit the screen share button down in the middle of the screen, and then you reselect the pictures you want to share.
Let's see if I can. Okay.
Did you tell Len about the engine, Stuart?
Oh no, I didn't tell him about that. You go ahead.
I'm sending along extra engines, Len.
Oh, okay. Thanks,
Nice.
Sparky. Much appreciated.
Couple of they're McCoys, 19s and 35s.
Okay, that's awesome. Thank you very much. I'll make sure they get into hands of guys that will use them for sure.
You guys can fight over who gets what 61.
All right.
So what are we looking at there, Stuart?
Yeah, these are just some random shots I took. Is Anstrom there still there, or is he gone?
I don't know where they went. They were here earlier, and they might be listening.
I got a couple of pictures.
That is plane?
I got a couple of pictures of him, but I'll start flicking through these, and you guys can. They're just general shots.
Oh, is that the
cool.
Pathfinder?
That is.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, that looks like a Pathfinder.
Yeah.
Sure glad that Brodak took on that Pathfinder profile as a kid.
Hang on just a second.
Yeah, it looked like he had a picture of outgoing President Mark Wise, soon to be replaced by Stewart. So
Very nice. What we got here?
I don't know who they are. I just took
Mark Gerber?
no.
I mean, the one holding the plane.
Or I don't know, maybe it is.
Doesn't look like any of his planes.
He might be holding it for someone else.
There's
All right, I know that
That's
guy.
Joe Gilbert.
Joe Gilbert, yeah.
Oh, Joe Gilbert? Okay.
Flying a Mustang. Is that a Midwest Mustang?
No, it's a Pat Johnson. It's a Pat Johnston.
Okay.
Tom Dixon.
Around, let's see. That was Craig Gunder and Bob Zambelli judging.
Okay.
Bob's.
Okay.
Dennis Bob Zambelli lives just on the other side of the runway where my daughter lives.
Yeah, he told me about that. And your daughter helped him or designed some electronics for him for something. I forget what it was. So
Yeah, they made a smoker for what is it, a T-34?
yeah. Okay.
Paul
It was
Smith.
overcast, so the
Looks like a carrier over at the carrier circle, huh?
yeah, it was overcast, so I couldn't get the speed on the camera I wanted to get the better shots and better color. But tomorrow's supposed to be sunny, so hopefully I'll get a few better ones.
Is that a class 1 or a class 2 carrier there?
I don't know. I just took pictures. It's kind of a
That's a Guardian, isn't it? That one?
Looks like it.
Yep.
And have the little rudders on the elevator.
He caught what, the fourth rope there?
Yep.
I don't know who they are.
Hello.
It's Chris. Oh,
Chris Fretz, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. I think is that
Yep,
his
Chris
dad then
Fretz.
too?
I don't know.
Let's see.
Dave Hollis.
Look, they're back at the carrier circle.
Yep.
John Vilna, the green hat, is the event director for carrier.
I thought this kind of looked cool.
Yes, it does.
Stuart, did you notice that most of them are flying 2-line with 2.4 radios, or are they flying 3-line in carrier now?
I didn't pay too much attention to that. I was just, like I said, I was just snapping some shots away.
Mhm.
I hope that one was taken off. If not, he's going to get his feet wet. So.
Yeah, he was taken off. See, some of these might be
15
the
carrier.
reverse.
Is that Ed Waskey there
This camera will
on the
take
golf cart? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll go back to that. But this thing will take like five pictures a second.
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of. Oh, there he is. That didn't turn out too good. But that's Ed.
There's
a picture of the Guardian.
There's the Guardian.
Yeah, that one's a profile.
Some of these aren't that great, but
They're all great.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I like them.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
don't
know.
see anybody else taking
You can't get
pictures. They're
pictures.
all great.
I took twice as many as this, and I deleted most of them because they were really bad. But
that one
well, especially taking in-flight shots, that's tough to do. So you got some nice ones here.
You know, I look at these and think how times have changed so much with that slider lead out and the no flaps or offset rudder or anything. My old Zero, I mean, it's thicker wing for slow flight, and it has flaps and ailerons tied into the throttle and rudder offset when you drop the hook. None of that's excess stuff nowadays.
Keep it simple.
It's Mike Pelko's son.
Okay.
What's his name? Miles? Yeah.
No, it's
I
Kyle.
gave him a real
Kyle.
engine today, and I told him, don't get brainwashed by your dad.
Yeah, so we figured out Mike's gonna put the engine on a test stand and fit his son up with a leather glove and say, "Okay, kids, go start your engine." So
yeah,
Beautiful.
after a few flip pops, flip cracks, maybe he'll say, "Daddy, can we do electric?" So
you electric guys are fanatical. That one guy, I can't remember his name, was talking up electric cars, how cheap they are, and this. They're not great yet, but they will be. No, they won't. They're junk.
that's the last one, so I'll stop sharing.
All right. Hey, thanks for taking the pictures and sharing the
Thanks,
pictures. Thank
Stuart.
you very much.
yeah,
That's
those
cool.
are great.
Very, very cool. So let me see here. So Philip Bailey, hey, thanks for joining us.
Hey guys.
You're there in Carmichael? Are you there? You at
We're
Brodax?
here, Brodak. We're here
Oh,
in the
fantastic.
hotel. Got there late today, but did get to see a few things. Got to see Joe Gilbert and his wife and a few other people. And I did not get to see Mr. Adams, and he left early. But anyway,
Okay. How you
just
feeling?
Razzie.
Feeling up to doing some flying this week?
No, they won't let me yet. I feel good enough. I feel like I could, but they won't let me do it yet. Vicky won't let me yet.
Okay.
The deal is August, so I'm gonna try to stick to the deal because it means I get to go in August.
All righty.
You know what happens in August, don't you?
Yes,
A lot of things.
championships and the Nats.
Yeah.
And
So we're gonna
Cup.
try to play with the rules. Not something I'm used to, but we're gonna try to play with the rules and do it the way the boss says do it, and then hopefully in August I'll get to go fly and play with the big guys.
You know, Phil, you're going to find that when you get back doing things, you're going to find your stamina and enthusiasm is way better than it's been for a long time because you didn't notice the gradual slip while your heart was starting to crap out.
Yeah, I think that's no, it's working. I don't know what. There we go. I think that's right because I didn't realize I was getting so tired, but she noticed that every day I had to have a nap, and I was getting longer and longer naps and starting to have problems. And then nowadays, here lately, we've started walking, and
Good night, all.
well, we walked a mile.
Thanks, Sparky.
You leaving, Sparky?
Yeah, he's tired.
I'm tired. Charles didn't let me talk, so you guys just have fun. I'll see you.
Go ahead and talk.
Friday.
Come on and talk.
I got two words in, and he's changed to somebody else, so that's okay. I got.
Hey, don't bust any more fingers or anything. All right. So.
All right. See ya.
See you in the morning. He's got some stuff for me. I got to pick up in the morning. Some propellers and some other stuff.
So Phil, you're going to be judging this week?
No, I can't stand up that long.
Okay.
I do wear down. I'm here Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm going home Thursday.
All righty.
I'm here 2 days. I want to see you win Old Time Stunt, and then I'm going home.
All right. No pressure. No pressure.
No pressure. I was going to say, I hope you got a plan B for getting home. So.
Phil, just tell him to bring out a nice swivel chair for you with an umbrella, and you can judge from there.
That's it.
No, I'm telling you, judging at Brodak is a long day,
and it's a hard job. Darn right.
Unless they let me sit in the chair in one spot, I don't think I can do it. I can't stand up that long.
Oh.
But
I hear you, Phil.
I'm getting back. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting better. I mean, I was.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
I was taking an hour nap every day. Now I'm last couple of days I haven't taken one. So, I don't have to have one. So I'm getting stronger. It's just going to take a little while. And instead of pushing it, taking 2 steps backwards, I think I'm going to try to keep moving forwards.
Yeah.
I kind of like this getting stronger business. I feel better than I have in a long time. But I still, if I turn around too fast.
When we were little kids and stuff like that, and we were acting up or something like that, our parents would say, "Oh, you go take a nap," like it was punishment. All right.
Yeah.
Now I say, "Hey, go take a nap." Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, glad.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting better. I get where I can go without it here for too much longer, I hope. But did go out the other day and try to fly a little bit, and my overheads were pitiful, but only because I forgot to stretch before I went out there. But it's getting better. I can at least, they're not where they need to be to compete, but at least I got them in.
Right.
That's an improvement for me. I didn't fall flat on my butt, so I'm happy.
Right.
Well, let's all try not to take our naps while we're flying an airplane, real or model.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Yeah. Sound advice, Mr. Whitley. So Whitley. I keep hanging up on that.
That's flight instructor Whitley.
If you call me Bob Whiteley, I just regard that as an undeserved compliment.
Well, at least
he was one of my control line heroes when I was a teeny bopper.
Well, it's flight instructor Whitley A. So
Yeah.
Very
Well, I
good.
tell you what, Bob, all kidding aside, there's a few of these guys that are still my heroes. So keep getting it.
All
Yeah.
right.
Mm.
And I have,
Speaking of flight
let me,
instructor, if I can interject this slightly, I had a student up for his first bout of doing circuits today, takeoffs and landings,
Boy. Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was a bit gusty, and I was real proud of him. He did pretty darn good. By the third landing, I wasn't touching the controls,
nice,
and
nice.
I was real proud of him.
Very nice.
A little crosswind, and he handled it well.
Yeah, a little crosswind, a little bit choppy, and what was really funky was there was wind from the left on the start of the takeoff roll, and by the time we were halfway down the runway, the other windsock was showing from the right.
Sounds like flying at Hobby Park.
Yeah, it sounds like he's flying at the Prodac field here. So
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's no model flying here at our contest. It was the first flight for most of us. It's just been terrible weather.
Yeah.
Or not at the contest, but the reunion.
Remember the back circle last year? Good gracious. It was blowing in your face where we were judging. And on the other side of the circle, it looked to be blowing the other way. And then if you look down to the flag, which is down at the first circle, it's blowing the opposite way. I know, how in the world can it be blowing three different directions at once?
Yeah, I discovered the horizontal curl again today.
You didn't lose
the wind crawling up over the trees underneath where the wind is climbing up. There's like a horizontal donut of air.
Yeah,
you're filling in the space, and you'll do a loop, and at the bottom of the loop you have no line tension. You get to the top of the loop, and it feels like like it's blowing right out of your hand. And then you come back down and you got no line tension. It's because the wind is actually rolling in such a way that it blows the airplane in on the bottom, blows it out at the top. So,
I could never understand that. Can never get that in my head how that could possibly happen. And one day we were in Hobby Park and there was a cloud burst. And Tommy and I were there, and we both just backed up, got under the shelter and looked. And the mist looked like a donut over the field.
Yeah.
And it was turning like this all the way around. It was crazy. That's what you're flying through. It's a big, crazy looking vortex. Looks like a big donut.
Yeah, that's
one of my funkiest wind
scenarios.
Sorry, Denny.
I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, one of my funkiest wind scenarios was I was landing a Cessna 172 at Three Hills, Alberta, southern Alberta. The winds can be pretty funky, but they were really funky that day. I looked at the two windsocks. They were both pointing down the runway in 100% opposite direction. So I figured that the best thing for me is to land into the wind traditionally and then just fight the roll out with the tailwind.
Yep.
Amazing. You guys, let me catch up on the chat box. I got the chat box got way away from me. Let me see here. So Boyle Bevins said that he free flight. He flies free flight to quarter scale RC. Thank you, Doyle. And then Stephen Smith said, looking forward to seeing your presentation, Denny. And then Doyle Bevins came back and said, I have judged at the indoor Nats, Johnson City, Tennessee. And Stephen Smith said, let Sparky know that on Tuesday here at Buter Park, the winds will be light and variable. And then Middlesex Modeler, that's Al Fierro, he says, hey, Dennis, missed you at the racing circle today.
Well, we had breakfast with Al, and let's just say I didn't miss racing at all. So right. After last year's racing, I retired again. So
and then Stevens, go ahead.
No.
And then Stephen Smith said, I appreciate John Paris taking the training and giving us his feedback. Thank you very much, John Paris, for doing that. And Doyle Bevins says, clap, clap. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know. Maybe he's applauding something. And then Doyle Bevins comes back because I plan on being at the National Fun Fly at the AMA the 28th, 29th, and 30th. So there's
Super.
a fun fly there, huh?
Yeah, they've had that the last several seasons. Kind of a long weekend edition. They got a little bit of everything going on. So
Any control line?
I believe so. I think they actually do it. They're not so much on the L pad as on the speed circle and racing circle. So which are really the truly dedicated control line areas. So
All right. Then we have Doyle back. He says, I plan. Oh, never mind. And then Joe Thompson says, hey, Stephen Smith, come out and fly with us in California. Always a good day to fly. Yep. And Philip Bailey and Vicky can attest to that. And Dennis Adamison can attest to that now. He's been a visitor to Escondido.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And then Tony Ruda Everness, she said, this is Angstrom's Pathfinder. Okay. Oh, that is Angstrom's Pathfinder. Thank you, Tony. And then Tony, she goes, thanks for taking the great pics. That's for you, Stuart. And then Doyle says, bye, all. See you later, Doyle. Come back. And then Rick Wallace, haven't seen you in a while, Rick. He says, Stuart, thanks for the carrier pictures. I have 9 carrier planes ready to fly, but gave up on competition flying, excuse me. And then we have finally Stephen Smith says, Rick, you can make it to St. Louis. We have a carrier circle, and I'm not sure what, I have something in my way. And then the lines are available. So we're all caught up on the chat box. I think we're all caught up inside here. And Caffeine, you had you wanted to see the pictures. Was there anything else you wanted, Caffeine?
No, I just want to see the pictures from Brodex.
Very good.
Let's see if we can start posting some more. We had forget who it was, Peter, somebody posted scoreboards today from at least the Sun Circles, but I don't think he had any of the carrier results or anything there. Maybe we can get some more of that kind of stuff posted for folks, as well as some pictures. But we'll see.
Very
Hey,
good.
Charles.
Yeah, John.
Just a question. I know it's a little bit off in that, but tell me, is it true? There used to be a really outstanding grinder available in Escondido. Is it still there?
Grinder?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
sub sandwich.
Kind of like a sub sandwich. It's really good.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of the establishment? Was it called
No,
Grinders?
but everybody knew it. You know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
okay. Just
I
curious.
just don't know. Yeah, I just don't
Another
know.
reason for me not to go there then.
It might still be here, John. I just don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I know the one in Covina is still in Covina.
Okay, I have to check it out.
So on San Bernardino Road.
Let me get Keith back. Hey, Keith, you stepped away and then you went out. So I'm glad you came back. Thank you very much.
Nothing much going on here. Just thought I'd check in, see what's going on.
Well, I have a question for you. I meant to bring in my fuel tank. How do you hold the Uniflow against the pickup and solder and hold the tank by yourself? How do you do that?
You mean, how do I locate and the Uniflow? How does that go in?
Well, you attach the Uniflow to the. So I already had my pickup line soldered inside the tank, and then I brought the Uniflow up against it, right, and that was kind of a problem to hold it. And then I'm thinking, I need another hand or two to solder. Well, you're shaking your head.
There
no,
you go.
man.
Oh, wait a minute. Do you run your pickup tube right down the wedge of the tank?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't do that. A lot of times my pickup tube comes out the front of the tank in the middle of the tank, not on the wedge.
Yep.
So that means the pickup tube kind of goes down inside the middle of the tank and then angles in and attaches to the wedge at an angle. So, okay, so that goes in first. You solder your pickup tube in, so it's soldered on the pickup end and on the where it comes out the front plate and or the top of the tank, whatever arrangement you're using for your plumbing to get your fuel line to your needle valve. So anyway, you've got space in there then that you can run the uniflow vent anywhere you want into the wedge from the very front to as close as you want to the pickup tube in the wedge. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. I mean, because it is so difficult to put two round things on top of each other, right?
Well, yeah, but if you sort of have the pickup tube being off center somewhere, kind of drooping up or down, so it's not in line with the wedge, that's going to give you a chance then to angle the vent, the uniflow vent, into the wedge and solder then that to the pickup tube, which is off center somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, so they're not collinear, I think is what he's getting to, Charles.
Yeah, you said it in one word where I spent 2 paragraphs.
All right.
Charles,
yeah,
if you want a basic,
but you know how to
that.
actually do it. So yeah. So
hang on, Bob.
Yeah, if you want a basic clamp, Charles, what I use is just forceps. I just reach it in and clamp the 2 tubes together and solder them. If you want to attach it to your pickup.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Lynn.
What I do is I use a hairpin. I take a hairpin and put one like it's got 2 sides to it pinched together. I put one in the pickup tube and one in the uniflow tube. And the uniflow tube can be 3/8 or a ½ inch shorter than the other one. And I just run one part of the hairpin through one part through the other, and it holds it tight against each other and solder them together.
So where do you and I get hairpins?
For the local Walmart, they probably still sell them.
I mean, but why do we even have hairpins, right?
Hey, I don't need one and you don't need one either, but I got a couple of them that I use for soldering tanks together.
Okay, well, that's a good idea. I've a friend.
No, but hold on.
Somehow this conversation's going downhill fast.
You can take a piece of thin piano wire and just crimp it over itself to make the same thing, basically.
Right,
right. You have a piece of piano wire that's tight to itself and just run it into the 2 tubes.
Paperclip.
Paperclip will work. Same thing.
Use a plastic RC tank. Use a plastic RC tank. They work great.
Or steal the hairpin from your wife.
No, don't do it. Don't steal from the wife. Bad idea.
Bad ways of getting even.
You want to bet?
Yeah, mine's right here listening.
Any of you guys really want to take that bet?
Mine's sitting right here, and she hasn't thrown anything at me.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So,
you're a lucky
I haven't
man.
stolen a hairpin either.
A hairpin, not a bank account.
Yeah. Hey, Charles, do you want me to try and show a picture off my iPhone of our get together?
Sure, that's fine because I think everyone's had a chance to share.
I'll see if it'll work.
Roy Lane says, "Good evening. Like provided." Thank you, Roy. Appreciate it. Let me see here. Looks like. All right, cool. Let me make it big here. Hang on. Let me make it. Oh,
let's see if that'll work.
Turnout. Nice turnout.
That's that's the collection I brought.
Wow.
Oh my. You had all of those packed in the back of a little Scion, huh?
Plus the remains, the intact version of the remains you see in the lower right.
Oh.
I wasn't flying it, but experienced friend was. And that's an RST that stalled in a loop and came in and thumped right in. I had one do the identical thing a couple of years ago too. But they'll do an accelerated stall pretty nasty. But yeah, it was a fun gathering. You know, most of those were from way back when, so I just had them on display and then flew a few others.
It's an elliptical wing stunt combat ship there.
That's actually a mini Bosta with a single boom that
Okay.
a fellow in Calgary gave me, and that's what I picked up that Medallion 15 for, because I didn't have anything suitable for a bladder tank on in 15 size.
What's the color of the Bosses? I don't see it.
It's just clear.
Oh, it has.
I think it's the back center row, isn't it?
It's
Okay,
yeah,
I see it now. It has the black booms.
yeah,
All right, okay. All right.
So that's a 15 size Basta. Is that right?
yeah. He used to fly an FAI,
Okay.
and I'd brought down a bunch of stuff from Paul and John and whatnot for him, and met up with him, and he knew I love Bostas, so he said, "Here, have it." I said, "Okay."
Hey, I like Bosses too.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find another picture too of a group of us friends all together. Old time. It's so nice to, get together with all of these old. Oh, before I do, uh,
You got one of Bruce Perry flying both of the twins at the same time.
no, he was flying one of his classic planes there. There I am with my old jacket.
All right.
You can see if I can tune it in there with the buzzard on a barbed wire leash.
I see the body of the buzzard. I just can't see what's around
Yeah,
it.
it's hard to tune it in with the little phone here. But let me go back a bit here. Oh, somebody on the field there. This is in the RC field. He brought along the cutest little weather vane, little Piper Cub.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was all fabric.
Oh, wow.
Really?
So Kim's thinking that we should
like
get
a
one for
kite
our
or
front
something?
yard. Pardon me?
Like a kite or something like that?
No, it's just a
kite
weather
frame?
vane
Yeah.
that spins
Yeah.
around, and it's got a sort of a ducted fan propeller on the front of it.
Okay.
That's a pretty slick little thing. It's just cute.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's Kim enjoying the day, knitting in our pop-up gazebo.
All right.
She's giving me a dirty look right now.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Oh, there's the post-crash for the pieces laid out from my RST.
I'm going to teach you how to share a screen later.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Kim. You got to get Bob squared away.
I got one more to show here.
Right.
Well, actually, maybe a couple more.
All right.
There's one of the lineups on Circle 1 for the day's flying.
Nice.
We had the 3 circles there.
Wow.
The RC field gave up their whole field to us for the weekend.
And those planes are awful close to each other.
Well, they're in tight formation.
No kidding.
One of the guys there, he had the cutest little homemade camper.
Oh, yeah.
And you notice the Sig Fokker D7 in front of it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't quite get my SPAD flyable, so we didn't have a combat match. And here's me with a bunch of my old friends from back then.
Oh,
we've all got gray hair or no hair now.
That's wonderful.
It was just so great. Anyway, I thought I'd share that.
Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, I got
Just
one more to show you here.
Right.
I'll show you my shipping of them. My phone just glitched out here. There we go. Oh yeah, a couple more here. There's Paul Jabot on his 67th birthday, so we had a cake there for him.
On his 67th?
Yeah, so we give him a hard time for being old.
All right.
Because, I'm a youngster at 65.
Yeah. Yeah, 65 is a youngster in our hobby, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a sec here. There we are. There's the little Toyota Scion packed to the gills with airplanes on the way down. And a
That
gazebo
is,
and a
that's
and a
pretty
wagon
impressive.
and
Good
That's
grief.
pretty. You didn't put anything in between them. You didn't put like.
I didn't have room to, and none of these were super fancy anyway. A lot of Monaco stuff and old beaters, so I wasn't too worried about it. There was no damage.
Did you remove landing gear, tail wheels? Did you do anything
Nope.
like that?
Nope, didn't take anything off. Just did the jigsaw puzzle. Apparently, I could be skilled at Tetris, they say.
Very good.
My new airplane in there.
Yeah,
Nope, not a chance.
Absolutely.
That's why I made sure I left my Vector and my Cosmic Wind and my SV11 at home. Well, I wouldn't have been fitting anything else in anyway.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Thank you very much. Anybody else have anything else to share?
Well, I'm going to make up a wimpy excuse about having to get my beauty sleep too, so I'm going to bail out on you guys.
No problem, man. I know it's late there. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So you guys have a good one, and it's good chatting with everybody. We'll see you Friday night. All right.
All right.
Good luck, Dennis.
All right, good luck.
All right.
Okay. Thanks,
In the
everybody.
morning,
See ya.
See
And
ya.
I'm tonight here too, so
Yeah, you guys need to get ready for this
Friday.
contest. Yeah.
All right.
Good luck
Bye.
tomorrow, Stuart. Dennis.
Good
luck,
night,
everybody.
President in waiting.
I've been trying to put a like in on
Oh, thank you.
the phone, but I can't get it to come up. Sparky stuff is coming up as I don't know what's going on, but it won't go through tonight.
Yeah, I can
Maybe-
do likes
maybe
on the
it's-
phone, but I can't do comments. So whatever. All right.
Maybe-
Good night, everybody.
Hey, good night, Dennis.
Night,
Thank
Dennis.
Good night,
Night.
Dennis. See you in the morning.
Yeah.
I gotta find out where everybody's
Charles,
staying
for
this-
Friday, I'm going to try and post a video of Paul and Remy flying half-A combat,
Oh,
just
cool.
like old days.
That'll be fun.
With just with
That'll be-
little profile, flat wingers, but they were having a hell of a lot of fun.
We used to do it. That's how I started. Little flat wingers.
Yeah. Well, the guy Remy that I mentioned, Shug Emery did a little video thing of him riding a unicycle, saying he's the first to do it. Nope. Remy was doing it in 1975 when he was 15 years old on a unicycle, flying the Jim Walker stunt pattern.
Wow, that's pretty impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
On a
That was, I
unicycle?
think that was with a El Raby Must Stunt 1 with a Fox 36 stunt on it.
Wow. Well, let me share
used
this
to
with you
fly
guys. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, we used to fly a lot of Jim Walker here in the East.
Yeah, it was a fun event.
It was a great event.
One of you will have to explain to me what the Jim Walker event was here one of these days.
What
Maybe
it was,
what we should just do is post it.
Do what?
Yeah, we could do that maybe. Just
Yeah, I've
post
still
it.
got the rules written out.
I mean, I can tell you basically what it was. It's a
Okay.
combination of appearance, speed, and stunts, and you fly them all in the same flight. So you do basic stunt maneuvers.
The same flight?
In the same flight.
Yeah.
So you want to have an airplane that's very maneuverable, very fast, and good looking. That's the deal.
And points for originality on it too.
Yeah. There's points for originality. There's points for scale appearance. If you build something that's scale looking. It's a great event, great little event.
We should get Pampa to adopt it.
So you do basic stunts. You do 2 wing overs, 4 inside loops, 2 lazy eights, an optional maneuver, and a speed run. That's what's
Obviously, you have throttle
entitled.
control. Obviously.
Keith
what's
would have been
entailed in the
deadly
event.
at that. Keith Trosa
What's
would
that?
have been about unbeatable at that in his day.
He'd have won hands down.
I mean that because he can make something that look like it was real, fast as heck, and he could still stun it. He was incredible.
And if you
in
get
the
caught
70s.
That's
whipping
the
it,
whole
you lose
deal of
all
it.
your points.
In the
You
70s,
don't
he
want
was
to. Yeah, you're
beat.
not allowed to whip in the speed run. You have to just hold the handle in tight, and you get what you get. And it's based on engine displacement. they calculate the speed based on your engine displacement. The engines you're allowed are from like 15 to 40, nothing more than a 40. And they calculate your speed run based on
Len,
the
the way
engine
it was,
displacement.
I got a letter that I wrote to the president of Mac then. I never got a reply. It was up to 29 and above 30 were the cutoffs. And I was wanting to use a 30, a Wankel. So it wasn't in either category. So I wrote a letter for clarification, and I never got an answer back. And when Paul Gibault took over control line, he got this box full of documents and found my old letter. So I've got it now wrapped in plastic.
Oh, Wankel.
Yeah.
Lord. I had one of those way back when. Drinks fuel like a 40. It's a 30, but it drinks fuel like a 60, makes power like a 40.
Yeah,
the sound is unreal. The sound is unreal.
And you can practically take the needle valve out and the damn thing will still stay running. You know, people say they're hard to start. Not a chance. It's super easy. Just flick, flick, running. And you can't kill them.
That was an easy motor to start. I had mine on an RC called a Guppy, and I'd seen another guy do it, and I thought I'd try it, and it just flew so easy.
Tom Knight here just bought a brand new one off eBay, and it runs beautiful. I don't know why he would run it, but he did. Runs absolutely outstanding.
Yeah, mine was my Christmas present in 1975, I think, or 76.
Oh, wow.
My parents scrimped for that one.
Oh, good. They were expensive, probably even then.
They were about $150 back then.
Yeah, now on eBay they're over 500.
Yeah, Paul's got 2 of them to sell off. I think they're new.
Wow.
Yeah, we could buy Super Tiger 60s for about $75, and they were $150. It's about twice what a Tiger 60 was worth.
Yep.
Wow. They were at least. Well, anyway, I like the Tiger better. I'd rather have 2 Tigers.
But the Wankel was the flavor of the week, especially with the RC flyers. You know, sort of a fake radial.
I didn't have a choice. See, everybody ragged me because my brother was the head mechanic at the local Mazda dealership. Mazdas were Wankels.
Yeah.
So I got a Wankel engine. Everybody said, "Well, you got a mechanic there on hand." My brother says, "Yeah, I'm used to a motor like this." Well,
yeah.
Like this, not like this.
Yeah, not one like this.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
If you look at the box too, the name's a mile long. It's OS Gropner System NSU Wankel.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they come into all the. You know, we thought that was really wild. Have you seen this new motor? It's got 6 or 8 pistons, and they work like this. The motor's round, and then the pistons work like this. It's a Toyota motor. That's the screwiest looking thing I've ever seen, but if it works.
That sounds like the Rotary V or the Dynacam for a concept.
It's a new concept, Phil.
It's according to the internet. I read about it the other night. Watched the video on it on YouTube. It's the new Toyota motor, and said it's the end of EVs.
All right. Well,
But you know, I've seen that so many times.
And the live stream portion, we can continue on. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, and thank you for the chats. I appreciate that very much. And come back Friday. Hopefully, you have a chance to do some flying or building, and come back and share with us Friday. Plus, you might get some information on what happened at Brodax since today, and then report on it on Friday. So